Good morning, everybody. This is 3333 Lightworker, and this week's tarot reading is from the 17th through the 23rd of February. Now, this week we have a planetary alignment of Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Uranus all appearing in close proximity to each other in the sky. Now, this is probably towards the end of the week, so if you have a telescope or binoculars or something and you want to go outside around midnight or something like that, take a gander because it's a beautiful sight to see. And it'll just give you inspiration that positive things are starting to happen in everybody's lives. Now, the first card that we have for this week is the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands means quick action. It means momentum is building. So you're going to have progress this week and you're going to make decisive actions. Things that may have been slow in the past is now moving forward at an accelerated pace. So whether it's in your career, relationships, or personal endeavors, you have to have your decisions made so you can make the proper movement, proper actions in order to get things done. Maybe it's on your list to do for this week or whatever, but things are going to start happening. So let's all be prepared, okay? Now, the Two of Wands, if I can pick it up with my fingers, is the second card. Now, Two of Wands is just symbolizing strategic planning and long-term visions. So, like I said in the previous card, make sure that you've got all your items on your to-do list ready. And if you are at a crossroads, whether it be career or where you're living at now or relationships, know that you have to take care of yourself first. Make yourself a priority and make decisions on what you want, not what other people want for you or because they're going to try to control you. But you have to do things for yourself. Okay, so you have to think before you choose what's maybe the best career for you, what your long-term goals are for yourself. So you want to have a career that will actually accentuate your gifts and your talents, not deter from them just because maybe a friend wants you to work with them in a job that is a nowhere go job kind of thing. And you have better aspirations for yourself. So you have to really think of yourself, okay? So you've already made up your mind, so it's just time to act, okay? Now, like I said, this could be a new ventures that somebody wants you to take, but the people that want you to join in their new ventures want you to give them money or support them in there, and they promise that it'll come back to you. Well, it won't, because in any endeavor, it takes time, and you have to have that realization that it may take 1, 2, 3 years before you might get any traction, and you have to prepare for those things. So it's planning for the long term is the best way to go. So think before you choose, and always do your research, okay? So take one thing at a time, and if somebody wants you to go in partnership with them, look at that person. What has been their day-to-day interactions with you? Are they trustworthy, or have they lied to you in the past and you just do not know if you can trust them? So I always try to think and say, well, let me just mull it over a little bit and I'll get back to you. That gives you time to really get into your thought processes. Think about, everything that you want to do before you take action. Our third card is the Judgment card. That's called karma. So we're all going through a powerful transformation at this time. We are all awakening to the call of action because we want to get started. Enough of this lounging around waiting for things to happen. We have to make things happen. So you have to have self-reflections. You have to think about any redemption that you may need to do to somebody else, or waiting for them to come to you and say, I'm sorry. But before you get your fresh start, um, it's a really a good thing for you to sit down and maybe write out your long-term plans. Think about what's really, really good for you. And like I said in the previous cards, not for somebody else, but for you. You have to go inside and say, now what I really want, and then make those decisions based on that. Okay, this is a pivotal time for everybody in the United States and the world around us. Just you can tell just by all of the stuff going on in the world that this is the world is changing. It's transforming into what nobody knows yet. We're all hopeful, but until things we see some major things, decisions, whether we like them or not, but how do we move forward unless we get some kind of idea? So maybe it's a career shift you're going through, a self realization to a higher purpose that you may have for yourself, and you want to go down that path. So we really do need to think before we act. Now, the next card we have is the Page of Pentacles. Now, the Page of Pentacles embodies curiosity, a new beginning, our finances, or our education. So, what is it that we are trying to pursue? Knowledge, love, a new home, stability. And we need to learn to dedicate ourselves to becoming the best version of ourselves that we possibly can. And sometimes we may have to get practical skills and more common sense approaches before we make our decisions. And that will, in my own experience, that brings success every time. Practical skills, emotional balance, and know what you want to know, and then go forward. So the next card we have is the Chariot. The Chariot is ambition, control, overcoming obstacles through our own willpower. Hard work pays off. It's triumph. It's doing the do. Chop wood, carry water. Okay, that's that old saying, chop wood, carry water until something changes. And we have to do that. It's called paying our dues. It's called showing other people that we mean what we say and say what we mean. So it's triumph. It's one foot forward with determination and leadership. Now here is the next card, Eight of Cups. Need better glasses. Eight of Cups. This is walking away from people that don't serve our higher purpose anymore. We have to learn to be detached and go forward with what in our lives we want a deeper meaning of our lives, and some people just don't get it. You want to improve yourself. You don't want to just stay and do the same thing day in and day out, and it really doesn't bring you any happiness. You have to make sure that you're doing what you want to do in this life. So it's all about me first, and don't let people tell you, oh, you're being selfish. No, it's time to take care of yourself for your own mental health, for your physical capabilities. You're eating right, you're exercising, and you want better friendships. You just want to improve your life because you've done the other part and it didn't bring you any satisfaction. So now it's time for you. And our last card for this reading of this week is the Seven of Cups. Now, we've had this card in our past readings before, where we've mulled over several of options that we've wanted to do. We've even tried a couple. They didn't work out for us. But now we have to find out something new, something different that may attract our desires and everything like that. And all of these cups, we've already went through them. We've used them. And to see how the water is flowing from the ocean out here, and there's just one cup that that still is allowing this gentleman to say, okay, I haven't tried this one, I'm going to try it, because it's all my past choices and illusions they just left us into a state of confusion. We didn't know if we were choosing the right path. And we can't really live our lives for somebody else. And the others, the offers that were coming were just not enough. They didn't stir your imagination. They didn't make you get up every morning and can't wait to get to work. They were just doing a job just so you can bring home a paycheck. Well, that just doesn't work anymore. You have to be passionate about your job and your choice of career, and the people you hang with, the place where you live. It matters. It really matters. And when you have a great community that supports you and waves hi to you, instead of always trying to bring I don't know, not me, but I mean other people I've seen where they just call the cops on them every moment of the day because they just didn't like the color of their skin or where that came from or whatever. It's just ridiculous. But for ourselves, we're going to stand firm and not let other people sway us in any way. And we're looking for opportunities that will uplift us and that we know we can give our past experience to help everybody succeed. Not just being selfish and give me how much money can I earn, but how can you contribute to the greater good of this world? Okay. So if you like these videos from my weekly horoscope tarot card readings, please subscribe and like. It really does help my channel. And I love doing these things for you. And I get so excited when I pull these cards because I get to be able to express what I think that it means and everybody can benefit from. So until next time, this is 3333 Lightworker.